Today we are in Matthew 7, verses 21 to 23.
যাহারা আমাকে হে প্রভু বলে।
Remember last week, Jesus was talking about false prophets, and his conclusion is you'll know them by their fruit. You'll know them by what kind of lives they live and what comes out of their teaching. And this text follows immediately after that, where Jesus is letting us know it's just not so simple, and there is actually more to it than just discerning their fruit. In this text, Jesus says there are some people who seem to have all the right fruit, but they can still be false prophets. There are some people who prophesy in the name of God and drive out demons and even perform miracles, but don't be deceived by the fruit. Genuineness is not just found in this kind of fruit, but also in doing the will of the Father. Falseness can be difficult to detect in some people. See, your faith plays itself out in life change in all areas of life, and Jesus has been talking about them. We know from some of the parables that Jesus taught that there's more to it than just inviting Jesus into your heart. See, not everyone who addresses Jesus as Lord will enter the kingdom of heaven. If someone truly belongs to Jesus, it will show in all areas of their life. See, doing is just as important as affirming. You know, what you say you believe, you also have to do. It tells us that in James chapter 2, that if your belief doesn't translate into your life, then it's a false belief. See, this expression, Lord, Lord, implies that someone has chosen to obey. But then to not obey the one you have chosen and pledged to obey is worse than an insult. It's hypocrisy. Now, someone may claim that being able to prophesy in the name of God and drive out demons and performing miracles is doing the will of the Father, but obviously not according to Jesus. See, Jesus is telling us that there can be false prophets. There are people who drive out demons by other power and who do miracles for nefarious purposes. See, what matters is the person, not their power. It is the one who has the nature of Jesus, who is in relationship with God, not just the one who displays power that is normally attributed to God. See, verse 22 says, "Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, didn't we prophesy in your name and in your name drive out demons and perform many miracles?" That begs the question, how can someone cast out demons and do miracles without the help of the Lord? According to other texts in the Bible, there are powerful spiritual forces at work that can imitate the power of God, that are specifically designed and executed to deceive people. In this text in Matthew, Jesus is warning us not to be deceived. Neither church leadership nor miraculous powers guarantee that a person is a true follower of Jesus. Sometimes people use God for their own ends. Paul says in 1 Thessalonians 5:21, test everything. There is such a thing as false followers of Jesus. We have to be careful, discerning, and wise. So what comments or questions do they have?
আমরা যে কথাগুলো শুনলাম এর ভিতর দিয়ে আমি একটা মন্তব্য মানে একটু প্রশ্ন মতো আর কি, সেটা হলো
আমি বলি, so what he said that when Jesus said many of the people will be coming and tell or do the things, miracles in the name of him, as they say, but the question is, if they are not his people, then why would this would be done, how can it be done without his power? Or how can we discern that it is from him or it is from Jesus, or this man is belong to Jesus or not?
That's a good question. In the book of Revelation, it says that the Antichrist is going to come and he's going to do miracles. And it even will make it, he will deceive people even to think that he rose from the dead. And so there are other spiritual powers in the universe that are able to do these things. So Jesus is telling us that we have to look at every area of their lives.
Right, very right. What he said, that you have to be my works, my doings, my things, or his work, the person, we have to check each and every corner of his life. Then we'll have to be sure, yes, he is the man of God. But otherwise, by his doing, immediately, we cannot discern or make it up that he is a really good man. Yeah, that's what he learned.
Right, but we also have to understand that nobody's perfect. And Jesus said, be careful not to judge other people. If you're just trying to find something that's wrong or just trying to judge them, you know, that's wrong too. Nobody's perfect. If you look hard enough, you'll find something that's wrong, but that's not the point.